I have thought about it in the past, and people have actually come up to me and said to me like, "Oh, what would you do, man, if someone put like, I don't know, 10 mil on the table or something?" Like they come up with some crazy numbers, right?
10 mil.
Yeah,
I'll take it. I'll sell out.
When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, "Oh Lord, here they come." Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
Right, welcome, family of YouTube, listeners on the podcast, on the streams, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're safe. As always, man, we are back with the unofficial Born to Fly podcast, which is not currently in the Tesla. It is in course. It is in course? It is, of course.
Inside
The RAHQ. Words are getting jumbled today, man. I've got my unofficial guest again, Nathan.
I might as well be official at this point.
Thank you for joining us again, mate. Basically, what happened last time around was we got Nathan involved. We did a cool little Q&A. It wasn't a Q&A. It was more like just address some hate comments.
Little discussion,
and it worked out like it was just fun, right? Mm-hmm. We just had a lot of fun, and the comments and feedback from it were cool. So we just thought, let's just do this again. 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, I can't remember. A lot has happened.
Made a lot of videos since then.
Things have happened. We've released the Ignite Road, which has been amazing. But anyway, this episode, guys, is going to be more about, I guess, addressing some of your cool questions. So I put out a few things on Instagram. You do your little kind of a question thing on the stories, all that kind of jazz. And got a ton of very good questions. And they were so good that I thought, you know what, I just might as well do another cool podcast, live talk. We'll put it up on YouTube and we'll put it on the streams, and hopefully get another little bit more insight into what goes on in this wacky head. And Nathan as well will pitch in with a couple of his cool thoughts.
Little Instagram questions and my opinions on them as well.
Yeah, so Nathan's here to really help me get through these questions and get you guys through this.
And bring some balance.
Bring some balance. I love that. #balance.
#balance.
Yeah, because
it's good to have an opinion on both sides.
I agree.
And weigh it up and discuss it.
That's it. What did we learn from the first video, by the way, that we did? Let's be a little bit honest.
You want to have a little bit of a think back, all right?
Just a quick, the feedback was very good, by the way. Thank you again for
Thank
everyone
you all for the lovely comments.
Yeah. Do like this video if you're watching. If it's on the background whilst you're doing your work.
Subscribe.
Please
like. Subscribe.
Hopefully the sounds sound crispy. We were happy with the sound. That was one thing that we liked.
Yeah, we were.
So hopefully you like that. We realised we do a lot of
I do as well. I go, yeah. So what do we learn from the first one?
First one, we've got the batteries hopefully in check. We've got a stop clock kind of here as well in the background.
A little timer.
So we're going to check the batteries, right?
Yeah, there'll be a little 15-minute cut. Hopefully with my editing skills, you won't notice.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go check the batteries.
You're going to be doing it nice and slick. How's lockdown, man, by the way?
Lockdown's all right,
How's it helping you?
I'm appreciating my time.
Yeah.
I'm appreciating my time with myself and obviously, my girl and everything. I'm appreciating having that time to do what I want to do, which is obviously, what I do. So
we have these talks all the
it's
time.
Weird, man.
Off air,
we do.
We literally, that's what we talk about.
It's weird because I'm looking forward to going back to normal life and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to rush into it a million miles an hour.
I love that.
What about you?
I've just, mate, to be honest with you, my life's a blur, man. It's just...
You're a busy guy. You're a busy guy.
I live in these four walls, seems like, and I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I can't wait to collab with people. I think that's it. Get outside, make some fire content. We're going to go shoot with some athletes as well, right?
Yeah.
So we've got those kind of planned and stuff, and there's loads happening, man. Lockdown. How's lockdown treating you? Maybe that should be the comment of the day. I know a lot of people are asking that as well on videos.
To be fair, what other countries are in lockdown still?
It feels like
still in lockdown.
Feels like quite a lot, to be honest with you. I feel like we're still in line with Europe. Obviously, Australia, New Zealand,
but South American peeps, are they in lockdown?
Yeah, I believe so.
Are they?
I
don't really know what's going on in that sort of the world.
I feel so from the people I talk to. Yeah, it's all. Oh, man.
Hong Kong, Malaysia, Philippines. Are they in lockdown? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're around the world watching, like UK, we're gonna be coming out April the 12th, right?
I believe
halfway,
so.
50%, and then everything should open up by.
This is the longest lockdown out of all three. We worked out yesterday, didn't we?
This is mad. This is actually crazy. But we're still keeping busy. You guys are still supporting hard.
Big
up to the Ignite family, the new Ignite family who have pre-ordered as well, by the way. That launch was absolutely phenomenal, beyond, again, imagination, because we put in a lot of work. Nathan, behind the scenes, we create some fire content as always. We had some things that we have to address maybe on Ignite again, based on some comments out there. I will be addressing some some people who have been getting involved in my comment section, and they'll probably be watching this, and hopefully they are, because it's important. But anyway, listen, we're 4 minutes in now, and we haven't got into any questions.
I've got a big boy question to start off with.
All right, so Nathan's gonna go through the questions. I've screenshotted all the questions that I found on my messages.
Yep.
And I haven't really had a chance to go through a lot of them myself, but you're gonna just
I'm gonna pick some random.
pick some random ones, right? Because they got quite a few, right?
Yeah, you got loads, man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start off with a big boy one.
All right, let's go.
It's gonna be a thoughtful one.
Yeah, good Q&A.
What are the key lessons that the RA journey has taught you, which you didn't expect?
That's a good question. I'm not prepared for it. I
thought I'd come in straight with
the key lessons,
the big ones,
the key lessons that RA
that you didn't expect.
That's so hard, bruv. You know, like when it comes to RA, man, it's like a baby. It is like a baby. You know, like you realize when you've got something for your own, and you've seen it grow, you've seen it develop, and you've seen the family around it who come and help take care of it. It sounds really weird, by the way. Like now RA is this like fetus or something like, but it's like
it's growing.
It's growing. And so the key lessons in that sense, what it's taught me is like, you do, like when it's your own, like when something's your own, you're really, really your own, it never feels like work. You know, when you look at other entrepreneurs, sometimes you're like, oh, that guy works so hard. He's a machine. Like he doesn't stop. But I don't see it like that. And I'm sure now I've learned as well, other entrepreneurs, when they have their own thing, it's like you're kind of in this machine state, but like it feels good. At the end of the day, like everything's just so rewarding. Like it's not the same as I used to feel when I was in the office days, which I love going back to. Like, but it's just like when you're in the office days and you complete like a massive project, like there's a bit of satisfaction because everyone's like, yeah, big up Rush, man. Like that was a sick presentation. You know, smashed it with that spreadsheet. Like, but then you go home and you're not like, you know, just like looking up at the stars and you're like, I'm feeling good about that spreadsheet right now. Like you just.
Everything's categorized perfectly.
Yeah, so just in the short of it all, like the key learning points, there's so many more, obviously. Like you realize like the sacrifice it takes to like build your own brand, build your own, again, baby, grow it and develop it with people. Like you don't realize the sacrifice. You just don't. Like when you go in, it's deep end. Like especially when you go in and it's your only hustle. Like there's no more job to support you.
Yeah, you wake up, you have no boss.
Oh man,
you have to do it. We talked about it yesterday. Actually,
we talked about it yesterday, and I think
you wake up and that's it. That's your responsibility now. But no one's on your back telling you what to do.
No one's on your back, so you got to drive yourself. Though.
Yeah,
you got to push like never before. Like in jobs, like the threat is that you're going to get fired if you don't turn up on time most of the time, or don't turn up at all, and you don't like put in maximum effort, you get pulled up on it. Here, there's no one really to pull you up. So in that sense, like what's going to drive you? So key learning points quickly. Yeah, the fact that when you're growing something of your own, it's like this different levels, it's different feels, and it feels really rewarding. And the second thing is the fact that you have to really motivate and push yourself, and that is probably the most difficult thing actually about having your own thing is, you know, how hard and how much can you keep growing and keep doing it for your own, like as in off your own energy,
smashing it.
But the community always help. Got to pick up the community, man. I feel like these guys.
I think that ties into the next question.
These guys are my inspiration.
Ties into the next question. About the community.
Yeah, that's good.
So, how would you describe the social impact of Rush Athletics?
Shit,
that's a deep one.
That's a deep one, and
the
like
social
you need
impact.
to get those kind of proper like those lecturers, those people who study psychology and all this kind of stuff. Because I feel like where we've gone with Rush Athletics, where we've gone with skipping, I don't think a lot of people have gone that far or that deep. I feel like when I think about the social impact, like it's just so positive beyond like some of the other movements that I can remember. So like once the things that spring to mind, like, you know, things like hot yoga or whatever, or like Zumba, all amazing, cool little movements that started in the last, God knows how long, but like things that just pop into my head right now, like a movement, like something that's new, different for the fitness community, not just like gym. And I know they have massive communities as well, or like that kind of style. But like what we've done is we've put something so easy and accessible into people's hands around the world, bruv. Like 150 nearly countries like now, 140 countries. Yeah. Global.
Just skipping, bro.
And you see me just like on my phone in the background recently, I just putting up these reposts of this like little challenge, this unofficial challenge I just put up on Instagram. Like everywhere and anywhere is getting involved. People of all ages getting involved. People of all cultures, all colours, all genders.
Everybody.
Everyone.
Everybody and anybody.
So social impact. I didn't think it's not part of the question, but I never thought it'd be this big straight away. When I first started skipping, it was like, this is going to be cool for a lot of people and it'll help a lot of people. But the social impact, the amount of people who have lost weight, the amount of people who are now making even brands out of skipping, the amount of people who are going into PTs, the amount of people who are making friends online, making good friends online. Like I feel like I got closer friends sometimes online than I can do maybe in real life.
Internet friends are awesome, by the way.
They are the
Internet
best.
friends are cool.
They are awesome. That's a great word. They're cool, and you guys keep it sometimes more real than people that you meet in real life. Do you find that?
When you meet the internet friends for the first time,
Yeah.
I think it's a different type of friendship compared to a normal friendship like you meet in person, right? Like you just know each other.
Yeah.
An internet friend who you might be talking to for a long time, and then you meet them for the first time, like in a random country.
Yeah.
That's cool. And it's slightly different.
Because what you've done
You
is
create a relationship with them.
You create a relationship and you've impacted their lives without them meeting you face to face. So
Yeah.
they bring that all to the table when you meet them
And it's
in
just
person.
bare positivity.
They are, man.
Love that.
Love that. Love the community. What we got next?
What have we got next? So, actually, I think you actually answered this one in your story.
Yeah, we'll go again though.
But I asked you yesterday as
if
well.
you're interested, yeah.
This one was still interesting me.
Okay.
Business. Now we've done social. We'll move on to business.
Yeah, I like it.
Would you ever sell the business or pass it down generations? You know this one's coming.
A little rushy, yeah?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Would you ever
I
sell
wouldn't
the
trust it with a
business?
little rushy. Nah, you know what? Like this one again, like I said to you like yesterday, it was like, I have thought about it in the past and people have actually come up to me and said to me like, oh, what would you do, man, if someone put like, I don't know, 10 mil on the table or something? Like they come up with some crazy numbers, right?
10 mil.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll sell out. That's Nathan's answer. 10 mil, I'm out. See you later.
Sell out.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, you know what? Like it's a tough one. You got to see where you're at the stage of your life.
Of course,
what
man,
you're
of
up
course.
to, where you want to go. Again, because this has got that baby feel. I keep coming back to this strange golden child.
Well, you've built it, haven't you? You've built it from nothing.
It's like my precious.
Yeah.
It sounds like
My
some,
precious.
some Lord of the Rings flex. No, like it's like one of those things, mate. Like where Nathan's nicely just checking the cameras. I like that. I like very professional, bruv.
We're good.
Yeah.
We still have 80% on the
Wicked.
on the Sony.
Okay, no. I was just saying, it's one of those things like, oh man, like it's gonna be so hard if that day ever comes when there is an amazing offer. People always say, "What's the exit plan? Would you sell for this much?" Yeah, like I don't know. I think if I ever did go down that road where someone was like, "Look, we can bring X, Y, Z to the company,"
Shareholders, for example,
Yeah.
or big equity
Yeah,
firm, buy a stake.
exactly.
But you'd still want to be tied in with the business.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you, right? Is that like I would still love to I'd still like to have a big part of where this company goes or where this brand goes, and like it'll probably be one of those things like a kind of majority control.
Yeah. But with a silent partner in the background.
Yeah, potentially to help me do things that I probably couldn't do.
Scale up.
Yeah. So it's maybe not a straight sell, because I couldn't trust it with someone that I don't know.
Because you built this baby.
Yeah. And like Little Rush is not Little Rush right now. And even if it was, like I wouldn't ever want to force like my kid to like take on something that they're not interested in. Who knows?
It's a tough one, man.
That's a tough one. It's a good
Because
question.
you don't know where you're going to be in 5 years, like in your personal life, do you?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a tricky one, man.
That's it. Nice question though.
Very good question. I like business questions.
Business questions are good. Hopefully you guys enjoy the business questions. Like sometimes I feel like sometimes it's too businessy.
Okay, here's another brandy one.
Yeah, go on.
If you could change something about your brand, what would it be?
Wow.
If you could change something about your brand.
That is amazing.
Because here's the thing, right?
That is amazing.
It's not saying if you could change something you already did. It's saying if you could change something now.
All right, okay.
If you think about it, right? Because most people ask, what would you change 2 years ago if you could see yourself? But this is asking, what would you change about your brand?
So what we're saying is that something's in place and I just
If you
want to
could change. Yeah. Is there something that you would like to
Or could
immediately
improve?
change?
Okay, no, I got an answer for that. Like a really useful one as well. If I could change, like, so where I'm at now in this space here, in these little four walls, like when we first started, it was like we were gassed, right? We were like, there's so much space now. There's like so much place, like so much space
Room for activities.
Room for activities. That's what I was
That's my
looking for.
favorite phrase of all time.
Yeah, room for activities. We got the shelves, and I was gassed. And not even a year on now, what we like 7 or 8 months since the completion,
You feel like you're outgrowing it?
and I feel like I need more space. So if I could change some aspects of the brand straight away, like if someone just said, here you go, here's like a little infinite amount of like cash, do what you want with it, and I'll look for changes. I guess it's like an improvement. I don't know if it's a change, but we'll come to maybe a quick change. But like that would be one thing that I would change is
You'd immediately do
the premises.
if you could.
Yeah. Like in terms of like brand, like what would I change? I think like it's gonna sound really weird. I love the fact that I'm a London brand. Love the fact that I'm a South London brand.
Come on, repping the ends.
But I wish I could get this brand a little bit more out there, and that's probably pandemic related. But what I'm trying to get at is what I would love to change is like just be more global in the sense that my presence.
Okay.
So like again, it probably relates to like money and pandemic, to be fair. But like, I wish I could be one of those guys who could just fly country to country.
Global outreach.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, be able to set up skipping workshops.
And
in
we've got
other
the athletes
countries
and stuff abroad and doing their thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like a brand of my sort of size and where I'm at now, if I could change it like tomorrow, it would be like just boom, 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 like buzzing around.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And just like doing little pop-ups, bringing you along, making fire content.
Always. We're getting another camera as well. One that doesn't run out of battery after 15 minutes. Yeah. It's coming. Don't worry.
Definitely.
We'll have a reliable camera, new one soon. Right.
If you're on the streams, by the way, hope you're enjoying it, wherever you're listening from. Make sure I don't know if you subscribe on streams. I can't remember.
You follow subscribers, no?
Make sure you just follow it.
Follow the platform.
Yeah, if you're new to this stream and if you're new to the YouTube
Do you
channel.
listen to audio? You listen to a lot of audio, right?
I love audio.
See, I'm a visual guy. I have to watch podcasts
I watch
on
both
YouTube.
though. I watch both.
But you I'd say it's 50-50 because you've always got something on the car.
Yeah, always in the car. I'm always listening. And sometimes when we're here, we've been listening to radio. It's been a bit rubbish, but we'll get distracted if we put Joe Rogan on all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll just start talking about
We'll start listening about Elon or something, or Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, but if you're watching, by the way, if you're watching, I think if you're a watcher of podcasts, you're such a dedicated like follower, supporter.
But I feel like watching a podcast is easier than listening to a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it depends because I'm like if I'm driving around, it's easy for me. If you're sitting at home, it'd be weird to sit and play Xbox with like. Actually, no, maybe it'd be nice to watch them like play a bit of Xbox and listen to podcasts.
So yeah, I would normally I play Xbox, right?
Yeah.
I'd probably just have a podcast, probably on the side of the couch, a video format.
Oh right, you still have the video format.
And I'll just have it next to me, and I'll be listening into
Fair
it,
enough, yeah.
and sometimes glancing over and watching it.
Nice.
Because obviously a podcast, you're cutting between 2 or 3 angles most of the time.
When the edits
so
are
it
good.
can get repetitive.
Yeah.
For some people.
Yeah.
But
no. Not you, because you're gonna edit this one up sick.
Thanks, bro. All right, let's move on to the next.
Let's move on. We digress.
This one's a personal one.
Yep.
What is the best thing to do when you've hit a slump / when you don't feel very productive?
This is good. We have these talks as well.
Yeah, I said yesterday. When you came in and you're like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
You're like,
and what did I do? I just turned the camera on and still filmed. Like after you left.
True.
You know what it is, man? Like we talk about it all the time. Like sometimes I'll come in and I'm like, I'm feeling knackered.
Long weekend.
Bad sleep. Getting 4.5, 5 hours average sleep time. Like mashing up my body. And then during the day I'll be slow, uninspired. But there's work to be done, right? Like
Always.
you can't let down
Always.
you can't let down the people who are supporting all that kind of stuff and buying stuff. So that casual work, that everyday work gets me through that kind of slump. Is that I just have to do it. There's you can't shy away from that. So not everyone's gonna have that type of job where they have to do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But in terms of like my mental state, like what's going on in my mind, you know what I actually think about, bro? When I just think about if I stop for half a second sometimes and like not like relax and be lazy, but it's like I have a guilty feeling. And it's something that's personal for me. It's not for everyone because it's actually healthy to take a break.
Of course.
And it's actually healthy
100%.
to sleep and healthy not to do work. But sometimes I have this weird feeling in my body that this is why golf was good, by the way. Let's get into golf quickly for a second.
Oh, here we go.
Golf was like 4 hours, 5 hours of my day. Sometimes 6 if you like count the driving and chilling later on. But you cannot have your phone near you with golf. Like you can't, right? You can't play with golf.
Yeah,
like,
you're busy in the moment.
You're busy. Even when you go to gym, you can still pick up your phone in between sets.
Of course.
And get distracted. Golf was that thing with me where it's like mentally it took me away from kind of world ongoings.
Yeah.
And phone.
It was your time.
Whereas here now, like when I'm saying, you said, bruv, just chill on the couch and get your stuff done put your legs up. Yeah. Like, and I was close to doing it and I probably should have, but I had other stuff going on. But the point being is I just feel guilty, mate. And it makes me more motivated. So when you left like yesterday, I was like, all right, I'm done. Like,
that's it. Day off. Day's done.
Day's done at like 6:30. But I said to you, right? I said I've got customer service to do.
Yeah. Because I asked you, I was like, what are you going to do tonight?
Yeah.
You're going to chill out.
I got messages
get some food.
Yeah, I was like, I got to get messages done. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I want to pick up a rope and start doing some work. So.
But I feel like maybe that's almost the time where you thrive as well.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I see, like, we create our content throughout the day, we're editing, we're going back and forth with revisions and other stuff. And we'll be creating the cool pieces for the website, packaging images, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I'll go home and a few hours later, I'll see that he's posted content that I haven't made.
Yeah.
Because you picked up the phone and you just recorded the personal stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
the TikToks, the stories, the reels. And I feel like that's almost like the time where you enjoy it just as much as the other stuff. But it's like, it's your little thing.
It's my little thing, man.
It's your little thing you can do.
Yeah, even though you've done all the work, like in terms of like the fire stuff I need, I'll keep that on the side because I know what I'm going to do with that, like somewhere in my head. I know I need to use that in the background.
Exactly.
But then when all said and done here and it's all quiet, and I just get
your time,
get my little tripod on, get my little camera on the tripod, and I just it's just work doesn't feel like work.
That's
but
good.
I'm getting tired because I'm overstretched. So
exactly
when you're uninspired, I don't think the word was uninspired. When you're kind of in the slump, like go to think about getting back to the point is I just think about if I'm not doing something now, how is that going to affect my future? And it just makes me feel guilty. So if I'm not doing something that could affect my future, build the brand, for example, we'll keep that as the simple thing for the future. Nothing to do with like money, blah blah blah. Just what's good for RA, and what's good for RA is if I keep doing what I do.
Love that.
We'll keep it.
Now, I have a little question.
Yeah,
I didn't. It might have been on there, but I didn't see one.
Yeah,
which almost links to what you just said with your overstretchness.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the next hire for RA? Like
the next hire. Yeah.
Where, I haven't seen it. Like people probably. I'm sure people are going to be interested. Rush, the solution to that would be to, offload your work to other hires. So where's the next stage for...
The next stage, mate. Good question.
For hiring role, are you in a position where you can? Are you not looking for it at the moment?
So at the moment, man, like the pandemic has really restricted a lot of things, right? First of all, bringing people here.
Yeah,
like
in a physical space.
Like it's like...
Capacity,
It wouldn't be a good idea to bring more people in here. But in the future, we need to move into a bigger space.
Yep.
We talked about it last time. We joked that this will become like a little museum or something, but this will be still my little place where I record.
Of course, yeah.
But the new space will have like more warehouse space.
Yeah.
We'll do some recordings and stuff there, and then bring in the employees to get more of the day-to-day running going.
A commercial space.
Yeah. I think that would definitely naturally happen. That would be hopefully, like I said to you the other day, I'll look into that in the summer. And then I think going forward, we've got an athlete base now, which is increasing in size, and it's like a small family at the moment. And I'm just now actually trying to reform that whole athlete program, which is still part of the brand because they're still doing work on behalf of the banner of RA.
Of course.
So that's
spreading the
word,
message.
Message around their country. So I'm working on something new on the website for that, and people that want to apply and become an athlete, they just have to upload videos, use #RushAthlete for that. But then there'll also be a space on the website where they can see how to do it properly and apply and stuff. So
a lot of work going in the background.
A lot of work, man. I feel like we've really outgrown this space super quick, much quicker than I ever thought. What do you think?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I feel like we're using this space to its full potential.
We definitely do, yeah.
We definitely didn't think about having this as a podcast space, did we? And then one day we just decided to set it up, and I think it's working out sick.
It'd be nice.
Got a little photo studio. But I agree. Like definitely, once there's like new models and athletes coming on, and there'll be more imagery and
that's
collaboration opportunity. I feel like then you're going to need space so we can bring in 2 athletes that week and shoot them in the new apparel.
Yeah.
Or, do some mini skipping masterclasses, whatever.
Yeah, because that's another thing, man. As I get older, like you're going to get bored of filming me for so many years if you're still here.
We're slowly getting there. I see Rush's face every single day on my phone. I might as well just make you my screensaver.
We're going to have to get you traveling, man. Yeah. That was a good question though, man.
Yeah.
Gets me thinking. Love it.
Right. Next question.
Let's do it.
Next question.
There's
a lot of good questions here.
There's a lot of good
questions.
There's a lot, man. I told them I'll feature them as well. So by the way, like you have to remember what you're using.
I've got to go screenshot these for the edit, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, we'll try. We'll try to see what we can do.
Right. I've got one at the end, which I'm saving to the end.
Okay.
So let's fit in this one, and then we'll go to the end one.
Yep.
Where was it? Hang on, I lost it.
There's too many, right?
There's a lot of questions here. I think someone just said, "Can you send me a rope?"
Oh yeah.
Can you send them a rope?
I don't know why I get these, man. Like I get so many of them, bruv. They're literally like.
There was one that said that.
I was like, ask me a question about anything you want. I actually said, if you sat here, this is what I said to him. If you sat next to me, what would you ask me? And my man's just like, can you send me a rope? So if you were to be sitting here,
respect for the hustle.
I would definitely
respect for the hustle.
I'd be definitely giving him a rope if he sat here, if he came all the way here. But no, I get a lot of them, man. I don't know what to say to them. I don't think I even respond most of the time if I do see that message. I don't know what to say.
Like
it's,
how do you feel? When that happens.
This is such a deep question. I mean, I like a good opportunist. Is that the word? No, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly.
Okay, so I like that.
But they're not going to get
I
it.
like that. And sometimes I have had people like blatantly lie to me to get a free rope. Like, as in like.
And that's rude.
Like, one guy once said, I don't know, he might be watching this. One guy once said, right, that he wants a rope, a signed rope for his brother.
Yeah.
Right? His twin brother.
Okay.
And let's say the guy who messaged me was called Bob.
Mr. Bob.
So Mr. Bob messaged me and said, my twin brother who's at university, he doesn't have a lot of money, he would love a signed rope. And it would be his birthday coming up, and it would be a really nice surprise because he really, really like follows you, like diehard follower, yeah. So I was like, all right, look, I get a lot of these, but I feel bad, like he can't afford one. It's his twin brother, it's his birthday. Okay. So I said, Bob, like, I'm down for doing this, I'm down for helping out. He was really excited, fair play to him. And then I said, Bob, who should I address this signed message to? Like, I'm going to sign this rope now. Like, I like to always put their name most
What
of
we're
the time.
going to name Bob's brother?
Bob said, can you please sign it as Bob?
So, in the end, Bob wanted a rope for himself.
Well, or Bob's twin brother called Bob. What do you do, man? Like, it's just...
Man's trying to finesse you for a rope.
He really pulled
You
the
know what?
heartstrings.
You actually give out a lot of ropes.
Yeah.
You give out a lot of ropes.
I do. I don't think people know right behind the scenes, but it's one of those things.
Humble man.
Don't have to share it. But like, I sign a lot of ropes as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes people make really cool orders, and I'll throw in a few different things and just sign something.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a
Respect,
weird feeling.
man.
Knowing
And
that.
you're always like throwing out discounts here and there and
Cheers, man.
little bits.
I
So
love
respect that.
I love that little plug for humbleness, gratefulness. I love it.
Man's a humble guy. It's one thing I've always taken from this, Rush.
Yeah.
You're a humble man.
Thank you, man. Thank
I
you.
like working alongside you.
We do
There's the
work
love,
well.
there's the
We do
love.
work well.
We've got a good working relationship harmony, I think.
Mate, trust me. When we make it happen,
When we lock down on an idea,
yeah,
we nail it.
yeah. We'll have to one day talk about some of the clashes we've had, but they're design clashes. They're
more like
creative
yeah,
clashes.
creative clashes.
And how we deal with that. I
Yeah.
think people like to know about that.
Because we do, Rush has his ideas, I have my ideas. I think that's in front of the day, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. This is the last question.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because we're coming up to 30 minutes now.
Okay, yeah. Last question.
What's your exit plan?
Exit plan.
Exit plan. Are we going to see Rush posting on Instagram at 65 years old, skipping in Hawaii?
Hawaii maybe.
Barbados?
Hawaii maybe. Golf potentially, yes. I tell you what, man. That's a good question. It's like the
Do
question.
you want to put your feet up at some point?
It's like the question of selling, right, as well.
Exactly.
But
It's tied into that.
But it's a good. I'll tell you what the exit plan is, which is not even entirely exit. It'll still require a lot of effort and good work. But I would love to, anyway, is one of my main inspirations has been Garyvee, right? So
Yeah.
if anyone's listening and anyone's watching, you would have probably come across this guy somewhere on your social feeds or something, man. This guy is like, he's a flipping monster, right?
The guy's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
You can't evade him.
And he talks a lot of stuff that people don't like. He talks a lot of good stuff. He's just one of those guys that he just knows how the game works. And what I've loved about him is that he's gone into his 40s, like I don't want to use the word relevant because like it sounds a bit weird, but he's super relevant because his information and what he teaches and preaches is on point. Like, so as I get older, I would still be skipping. 100% I'll still be on it because I've seen people in the older ages show me some boss moves. And I've always promoted how good this thing is when you get older. So I'm not going to put it away thinking that I'm going to just like get brittle.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. You can't be making those. The kind of things that we do is kind of going to be weird if I'm like that 60-year-old dude, right? Or 50-year-old dude.
Throwing
maybe.
up a little selfie when you're 65.
With my sunglasses on,
yes.
same ones all cracked
Sunny's
up.
on. A couple of wrinkles, a few more grey hairs.
So I've obviously thought about this. And the way I see myself going is hopefully kind of improving on my public speaking. I don't know if I mentioned this last time around, but I want to be able to stand in front of people and deliver good, knowledgeable is a word, insightful presentations to help them.
I like that.
To help them, build brands from nothing, from
I rate
scratch.
that highly.
Because let's say you've got a water bottle or you've got like flipping, I don't know, something that's just so common.
Yeah, that microphone.
This microphone, skipping rope, common to the everyday person. But what can you do to make people see it in a different light?
Yeah.
You know, and that's just what I feel like I've helped with skipping. And when people come up to me and they say, like it's, you know, people that don't really know me, friends of friends, they'll be just like, skipping rope, that's so weird. Like, I remember doing skipping. Everyone did skipping. Like, what's different about your ropes? You know, get into all these kind of questions. But what they fail to understand, and because they don't know me, which is fair enough, is that I made videos to make hundreds and then thousands of people around the world see a skipping rope differently, and that it made them want to buy one, and then made them want to join together and create a family around ropes, and then a brand, and blah blah blah. So like, not making this too long because we're coming up to 30 minutes, like we promised we'd cut off there, but I would love to be able to stand up there, and get people in a room, and people who are interested in wanting to know how to build brands. That's the nutshell.
Respect, man, respect.
That's like how we...
And you have the credentials for it, so...
Yeah, because RA will still be there. Like, RA is not going to disappear if I ever slow down.
No.
You know, if I slow down, someone will be hopefully taking control of RA in a nice and positive way. Mm-hmm. And again, I'll be on that decision-making process.
Of course.
Hopefully, till the day I can. And then I'll be, taking the foot off the pedal and hopefully get some leisure time.
Focusing on more...
But I feel
philosophical.
I feel
is
like...
that a word?
Yeah, philosopher.
Philanthropist?
Yeah.
A word.
A word where you help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Philanthropist.
Philanthropy.
I think that's the one word.
I think that's the one.
Anyway, but like, that's the whole point, which is I feel like life has changed since I've started doing things for myself.
Yeah.
Not everyone's in a rat race, which we talked about last time. Not everyone's in a rat race, but there's going to be a lot of people unhappy with their current path in life. And what I've done, and what I've hopefully inspired people to do on this channel, if I can get that down in kind of a better format than I do, instead of waffling.
A bit more condensed.
Yeah, and it's not, again, about the money and making people pay for it. Like, but the point is, like, if I can change and show people, like, how it's done, or change people's lives in that sense, whether it's not just a rope, but just doing something for themselves, where they enjoy themselves, doing what they love every single day,
yep,
then my work is done. Because it's all about changing people's lives, man. The rope has helped me do that. The brand, YouTube, making fire content. But then if I can now give people the tools to go and do it themselves, that's the icing on the cake.
Love that.
That was it, man.
I think that's a good ending.
That was a good ending.
Smashed it.
31 minutes or so, you're watching this. You've heard us struggle over philanthropy. Yeah, you've heard us talk about business, brand, some personal stuff, yeah. I hope there was a lot of value in it.
I think there was, I think what you said was really good, and will help some people understand that there is more to a brand than just a logo.
Oh, bruv, come on. How are you finishing like that? That was sick. I think that was, I can't even say anything, bruv.
And do we go and
cut? You've just mic dropped it there, man. There's more to
do
brand.
Your outro.
There's more to brand than just a logo. How have I never used that before?
Quote me. Nathan said it.
That is, bruv.
Do your outro.
All right, listen, guys, on the streams, on the Spotify, iTunes, all those lovely places, and on YouTube, man. Always mega love for you all. Honestly, if you're still supporting this brand by just watching, listening, buying things here and there, you mean the world to me. If you've not even bought anything in the last few months, but you're still here, like, again, mega love, mega grateful. Just do me one favor, please. Hit the bell notification so you're up to date with all the videos. If you're listening on the podcast, just press the follow button, whatever you see on your screen right now. And leave me a comment, man. Like, if you liking these type of quick chit chats with Nathan, I'm really enjoying them. Are you enjoying them, by the way?
I'm loving them, bro.
Cool. I feel like I kind of force him to do these.
Nah, I genuinely love them.
That's wicked.
I'm not a big talker, but I love it.
No, that's wicked. Because, like, before he was the unofficial guest, but now it just feels like I need him now.
It's my boy.
There's no one else I can bring right now. But, like, no, honestly, mega love. Remember, do all the right things. Look after yourself. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie? Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now.